Hey everyone, welcome to Queerly Recommended, the podcast where we recommend queer books, films, TV shows, and more. I'm Tara Scott, and I review sapphic fiction at the Lesbian Review and Smart Bitches Trashy Books. And this week, I'm recommending a new sapphic romance novel.
And I'm Kris Bryant, a contemporary romance writer for Bold Strokes Books. And this week, I'm recommending a movie from 2000,
You have me
26 years
intrigued.
ago. I know.
You didn't have to say how many years it's been.
It's been a while. We were just babies. We were
I
just
know,
babies.
I know. All
Uh,
right, so we maybe skipped a week. We
we
just
did.
didn't release a podcast a couple weeks. We didn't release an episode a couple weeks ago, and we're very
Right.
sorry.
My fault.
But we had a really good reason for it. I wouldn't say it was your fault. And also, I forgot to tell people that part was on me as well. But hey, we're back. And
Oh.
what happened? What happened? Why did we not do an
Ugh.
episode? And how are you now?
I got COVID again. Second time.
Boo!
Second time. And I am doing better. I no longer have
Good.
the lava lungs. That was
Hmm.
a thing that was really hard for me. I didn't have lava lungs the first time, but
Oh,
this time I did. It was terrible. Oh,
yeah,
sore
I didn't know
throats.
there was a name for it, but
I call it lava lungs. I don't know if that's it, but that's what it feels like.
yeah, where I know exactly what you mean because I've had it. I know I've had it a few times. I've possibly had it more than that. I don't know. I have kids that go to school, so I mean, I
Right.
just,
So,
we get viruses. But it was the one time. Do you remember when I got it and it took almost a year to resolve?
yes.
I
Yes.
had that burn. I had the burning lungs
Mm,
for probably close to a week.
damn.
That scared the shit out of me. So I'm sorry to hear that you had it too.
Yeah, I feel like my symptoms overall were better and fully
Hmm.
boosted.
Yes.
So I feel like it was better. It was just, it felt like a bad cold,
Hmm.
but it didn't feel like it did the first time. So that's the weird thing about COVID. It's not, everybody's like, oh, you'll be fine. It's like a cold. It really isn't. You don't know what it's going to
Mm-mm.
affect.
No.
And so many people don't get tested anymore. They've just given up. Like my dad, he swears he's never had it. And I'm like, Dad, you've had it. And like he actually got tested. He went to urgent care and he got tested and it was negative. And I'm like, just because you tested once doesn't mean, like, I tested 5 days straight and I was negative until that fifth day and I was
Hmm.
positive. So, it's not just a one and done. And that's how my dad feels. Oh, I don't have it because, so just like,
Uh-huh.
okay, fine, Dad. And I told him, I said, I swear, like at the very beginning, I think both my parents had it, like probably in
Mm-hmm.
2022. But they both like trying to get a test back then, trying to go somewhere and get tested. They like shove it up there. They're just like, no, we
Oh,
just
yeah.
just stay at home and stay in bed. And 3 days
Hmm.
later they felt better. So whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, at least you were vaccinated. That's good.
Yes, I'm back and I'm back in action. So this is good.
And you got sick in time to make sure you wouldn't get sick
Right.
at.
Readouts this year in Gulfport, Florida. So I was asked to be a speaker. I was asked to be on panels and just be a writer in front of people, and that was so much fun.
I've heard such good things about it. What were some of the highlights for you?
So it's a very small venue, but the thing I like about it is I got to hang out with people that I normally don't hang out with. It was a
Mm-hmm.
different crowd, different writers for sure. And I thought the panels were extremely engaging. And like the moderators asked great questions and didn't lose control of the panels. Like that
Nice.
was exceptional.
Nice.
Also, the event takes place at a theater, so it's very professional. They have like you're on stage, all the lights are on you,
Uh-huh.
and so the crowd's a little bit down below and in the dark, sort of. Like if I
So
was
is
like
it
doing
just
a
one
play.
panel at a time instead of competing
Right.
panels?
It's one panel at a time. Yeah, and it was also you could get virtual tickets to it if you couldn't make it in person. So that was kind of fun.
Oh, I didn't know that. Damn it. Okay, well, next year I'm going to attend virtually.
I think you should. Yeah, I
Mm,
think it's yeah. So my only beef is that the location is in a theater.
hmm.
So everybody was spread out. GCLS, it's in a hotel, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, let's go up to the ninth floor. We're gonna go hang out with whoever." And
Yeah.
and this, it's like Verbo, Airbnb, like Uber. Like there
Mm-hmm.
wasn't anybody close by. You couldn't just go, oh, let's go hang out at this person's place. No, you had to Ubers or find.
Yeah.
I didn't have a car, so I'm like hitching rides. Shout out, taking took me places. All these
Nice.
people. Yeah, so my roommates were like taking care of me and driving me around, and then I
Mm-hmm.
Ubered a couple times. So it was just that part was really inconvenient. I did not like that. But the event itself, I mean, massive. Like, so the problem is also when you have a bunch of introverts together and then you're all like, oh, we'll get together later. No, you won't. You won't. You go home and you're done. Like you sit there in your little
Uh-huh.
group of friends that you're rooming with, and that's the evening. Like there's
That would be
no,
me. I would sit
yes,
down and say, hey, what can DoorDash bring to me right now
right.
to eat?
Exactly. Exactly. I walked across the street to Dollar General and I got a bunch of like really bad things to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But this is so funny. Okay. So we went to this coffee place and I picked up this THC infused drink and it was like THC
Mm-hmm.
and something else. It was like really strong. And one of my roommates and I, we drank it. We started at 5:30 and by 9:30 I was done. Like I was toast. I was like, I don't need to be anywhere. I need to be in bed
Mm-hmm.
asleep. So I do that. I go to bed and at 4 o'clock I wake up and I'm so hungry. Like I am famished. Like I have the
Uh-huh.
munchies. Like I've never had the munchies before. So I
Uh-huh.
think I'm being quiet as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I have four roommates and I'm sneaking down the hall, sneaking down there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have like nutty bars and fudge rounds. And of
You
course,
are a raccoon.
I am a trash panda at
You are
this
a
point.
trash panda.
I
That's going to
like
be the episode
get
title. Trash
trash
panda.
panda. I get into the fudge rounds. I think I'm being super quiet. I like take it by the corner and I like go back down the hall and I close the
Mhm.
door and I'm like nom, 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 and I'm like eating it like it's just crumbs everywhere. And then I wake up the next morning and I go out there and they're like, could you be any louder? Like, could you be? And I'm like, really? I thought it was super quiet. No, I was
Were
not.
you
So
still stoned that much later?
it was some strong stuff.
It
Like,
sounds like it. I wonder how many milligrams you had.
ooh, I want to say it was like 50. The drink is
Holy
50.
shit.
It was 50 and I shared it. So I did share the drink. So
How
I
much do
didn't
you
drink it
usually
all.
have at a time?
It is not that. It is not that. Nope, it's not that. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So,
Beautiful.
so needless to say, we didn't touch it anymore. Like, nope, it
Mm-hmm.
just stayed in the, we got two different flavors and the other one wasn't even touched.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
so
It was just
funny.
like, I said, you know what? We're gonna have to be present this night because it's like one of the
Mm-hmm.
last nights. And my roommate was like, yeah, we should. So
Yeah.
also, shout out to Macon Lee and
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey and Jamie for everyone involved in ReadOut and creating a safe and fun space for queers. Like, massive
Mm-hmm.
shout out. I really loved being a part of it. I really appreciated the invite and I really had a good time.
Amazing.
Yay!
Amazing. Love to
Yeah.
hear it. And here's the thing, I don't have news, so I'm just teeing up all of your news.
All right.
Sorry, guys, I
Sweet.
don't have news. I've been working. I mean, my only news is that like when you all had, and when I say you, I don't know if it's actually you because I don't know what the weather's been like in Missouri, but like when
Mm,
all that snow
nice.
dumped and the fucking cold happened and all that,
Mm.
I ended up with a Chinook coming in here. So it's been like going out for a walk with like a hoodie, not even
Wow.
boat
Yes.
kind of weather. So I don't know. I've had nice weather and the puppy is still cute. Oh,
Hmm.
wait. I have puppy news and then we'll get back to your news.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
one piece of puppy news. Ember lets Henry snuggle her now.
Oh, perfect.
We've made it to that level. It's
Ah,
adorable
so
and it makes my
jealous.
heart explode.
They
And
bonded.
he likes to be cradled like a baby.
So you can flip him?
Yeah, I can. Hang on.
Oh yeah, send me.
I'll send you a photo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so
It's
jealous.
ridiculous. It's my favorite thing. He loves to just be a little baby.
Ah,
All right.
oh,
That's
it's
my
so
news. I have
cute.
a little, and when he went for his last round of shots a week or so ago.
Hmm.
He's 6 pounds, so he's a big
Oh,
boy.
so he gained a pound.
He can't go up and down the stairs in the house. It's funny. We had a gate that was blocking off the stairs. And
This
we did
probably
it
went right
mostly because I
through
was
it.
like, I don't want him to go shit in my bedroom or something if I forget to shut
Right.
the door. Well, it was making like Ember has separation anxiety. And
Oh,
so it was freaking her out. And so we got rid of it today. He can't go up or down the stairs. So we didn't actually need the gate.
this whole time. I thought maybe he would slip. He's so tiny, he would slip between the little
Thankfully,
rails.
no, because they're
No.
all there. It's about roughly an inch. He's not that,
Oh,
he's little, but he's not
it's
that
not
little.
that
He's
little.
not a mouse. All right, but
Yes.
you have other actually exciting news because
Oh,
you also have a baby.
I do, sort of. It's like a toddler for me.
Yes.
So I was in a Stranded Hearts collection through Bold Strokes Books. It was me and two other writers. And so BSB decided to sell the novellas individually for Valentine's
Hmm.
Day for this year. So it was something I wrote a couple of years ago. It's called EF5, and
Hmm.
we all know how much I am scared to death of tornadoes. And so I decided, hey, let's write another romance about tornadoes because, that's my
Why
life out
not?
here.
We
Exactly.
confront our trauma through,
Right.
right?
So it has a sheriff and it has a wedding photographer who's late and she's speeding to beat a storm. And so they ended up getting in a very close proximity, small space during this event. And oh, look, maybe there's love that comes out of it. I'll have to read it.
Maybe. Hard to say. You'll have to buy
Maybe.
it to find out.
Right. Exactly.
Hmm.
So that's pretty much my news.
That's exciting though. Congrats
Yeah.
on the new old but new
New
again
old toddler
release.
release. Thank you.
On the
Thank you.
toddler. Yes.
Not my baby, it's a toddler release, so a
Hmm.
re-release.
Hmm. All right.
Ah.
What have you been? I don't know if you've been doing any reading. Have you been doing any reading or just watching? What have you been reading or watching or just watching?
So yeah, I think the last thing I read because I had COVID, the last thing I read was Atmosphere, and we talked about that. I
Yes.
haven't read since then because, COVID. But I
Hmm.
have been watching a lot of TV, and guess what is back on Netflix?
What is it?
Bridgerton.
Ooh, well done with rolling the R.
Bridgerton. So they dropped the first four episodes, and then at the end of February, they'll drop the last four or something. They're splitting
Hmm.
it up, which is great. And I love it. I've always loved the music. I love the storyline. It's Cinderella.
Mm.
This storyline is Cinderella.
Hmm.
And the main character, Benedict Bridgerton, is embracing his bisexuality.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he goes to this like club. It starts off and he goes to this club. I say club, whatever Victorian era club would be. And it's basically an
Uh-huh.
orgy, and this guy comes up to him and they like make out. And he's like, I don't have time for this right now. I guess in the Bridgerton books, he is not queer. He is not bisexual. He is not. But Netflix added the flair, and it
I
worked. It was
mean,
great.
weren't they all white in the books too?
Yeah, probably. Probably so. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's great. I mean, I love it. I love that. And instead of like the glass slipper, it's a glove. It's a silk glove.
Oh.
So who is the mysterious person at a mask ball who is missing their glove?
Oh, very fun.
It is very fun. It's very fun. It is very Cinderella-y, and I love it. I love every second of it.
Hmm. Hmm.
I watched the final season of Queer Eye, and I cried at every single episode. Every single one.
Okay. Was it good? Because I haven't seen it, but I've been following some of the controversy
Oh, there's
about the
controversy?
cast. Oh,
Stop
yeah.
it. Stop it. Because I am in love with Jeremiah.
No, no, no. So the controversy is more like Karamo is talking to almost nobody in the cast, like they're unfriending each or unfollowing each other on Instagram.
What? Don't break my heart.
According to Reddit, which obviously is the gospel on
Right.
everything,
Where I get my news.
the tea on Reddit is that so Karamo's mom was visiting one day and she
Mm.
could hear when two of the other ones were talking shit about him.
Oh.
Yeah. And so
Oh.
that was kind of like a no thanks. And
No.
there are a lot of people, unfortunately, on Reddit who also don't like him, where I'm like, do you just genuinely not like him or are you racist? Like, it's just like a
Yeah.
weird, I can't really track what's going on there. But he didn't show up for a lot of the promo that happened when the new
Oh.
season dropped. And it also just felt strange too, seeing a lot of like the promo talking about how like, oh, this is the end and it's so beautiful. And there's like nothing acknowledging that Bobby Burke was there for most of the series. I know he wasn't there for the last season, and that's absolutely okay. But like, I don't know, the cast drama is just weird.
So I knew nothing of this. So
Mhm.
here's what I liked. This is what I enjoyed about it. They had the episode, it was fine, some of them were good, some of them I didn't care about. What made me cry was at
Mhm.
the end of the episode, one of the cast would say why this had changed their life, like
That's
why what it
nice.
was. And it was just
Yeah.
so like it felt so heartfelt. I mean, I believed it and I knew nothing that's going on. Like that hasn't always been my go-to to watch, but
Hmm.
seriously, I was desperate for stuff. Like I have watched several seasons of it, but I haven't seen every season. And I absolutely love Jeremiah. Like I love him because he
Yes.
cries as much as I do. Like he cries at
Yes.
everything. And he can't like it's so good. Like and just to hear everybody how their journey ended and how it started and how they're very appreciative without all this other Reddit stuff that I did not know about. I
Well,
really
and I think
enjoyed
it's
it.
good to remember too with shows like this that as much as it might feel like they're all friends, or and maybe they are friends, but like and it might feel like they're a family, they're coworkers.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
true.
a job. Like they are colleagues, and like you don't always stay in touch with your coworkers.
That's true. That's true. You don't.
And that's okay. I haven't seen the season yet, but the one of the things I did like about when they introduced Jeremiah is you see these other four who like they're kind of used to it now because
Hmm.
they've done it enough seasons that that's the job. And so he comes in and he sees the profound change in people's lives.
Oh yeah, and he gets like super emotional. I love it.
Beautiful.
Love it.
It's
So,
adorable.
I mean, if nothing else, watch it for him.
Yes.
He's nice looking, he's super sweet, and he cries a lot. And he just, I do know
Hmm.
he is married and he has two kids and like
Oh,
beautiful family. It's just beautiful.
yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so I watched that, and then again, I'm
Hmm.
on the couch for a week.
Of course.
I watched a show called 60 Days In.
I don't think I've heard of this one.
Right. So it's a show where people voluntarily go into prison because, especially like this one took place in Utah, where the warden wanted to find out where drugs were coming from and if the officers were treating the inmates with respect or if they were abusing them or what the deal was. So they asked like 6 or 7 people to go undercover, like half of them in
Hmm.
the men's ward and half in the women's ward.
Hmm.
So they have these they all get together and they talk about what they're going to be doing and you just look at these people and you're like, this person's not going to make it. They're not going to make it. And
Mm.
then you're like, this person's going to make it. You go
Yeah.
down the list and guess who makes it? Like all the women, and guess who doesn't make it? All the men.
Like alone.
Right. So it was really interesting to see like they full out called out like a lot of this one woman, she was awful. Like she was just very, oh, I don't care. Oh, this is gonna be fine. I have no problem. I think I'll enjoy myself in prison. Like just like was really
What?
like she just did not, she was not reading the room or the situation or anything, but she ended up actually she stayed the whole time.
Mm.
And she had made quote unquote friends with people and she was trying to rehabilitate them and stuff like that. So she was getting really involved. And there was another lady who was like in the Navy and she was just like, she took her role to heart. Like she was all like, I'm a badass bitch. I'm head bitch in charge. Like it was weird. Like the whole thing was weird.
Okay.
They were telling the warden like, look, this is how you're getting the drugs in. This is, and there are cameras everywhere. And so they told the prison that they're doing this documentary, but you never knew, like they would just randomly talk to inmates. So they didn't know
Mm.
that it was undercover. Like they didn't know that this person
Yeah.
was actually part of it. And they had like cameras on them or on the walls. And it was just like, it was very interesting. And a couple people found out, a couple of the guards found out like, oh, this person like is not an inmate. He's actually undercover. So he had to leave
Hmm.
and they got somebody else in. But it was
Hmm.
interesting overall. The whole concept was kind of interesting.
That sounds like it. So it's a reality show?
Yeah, it's a reality show. And
Huh.
I don't regret it. Like I don't. It's not something that like, oh, I can't wait for season 2. It's not like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It was good for me for the time because I was really
Hmm.
interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I don't care.
Yep.
I'm over it. Then, just FYI, Love is Blind is coming out tomorrow.
Oh,
I just want
messy,
you to know, yeah,
messy,
that
messy.
I will be involved in that all weekend. Happy
Uh-huh. Okay,
Valentine's
tell
Day
me
to
if it's
me.
good.
I
Tell
will.
me if
I
it's
will.
good because I have a 4-day weekend ahead of me. So,
Oh, nice. Look at you. Yeah, I'll
hmm
get started on that. I'm still watching The Traitors. I still love it. I love everything about it.
I heard Monet Exchange is on this season,
Mm,
which is pretty exciting.
mm,
Because Monet is best friends with Bob the drag queen who was on last
mhm,
season.
mhm.
So I kind of love that.
It's like housewives versus gamers. And by gamers, it's like people who've been on reality shows like Survivor, any
Yes.
sort of game. So they call them gamers. So it's
Yeah.
housewives versus gamers, pretty much.
hmm
And then, of course, Donna Kelsey is on the season.
Oh, right. I feel like my main reason to watch it, and this is going to sound kind of silly, because like I started watching last season and like it was good. I just forgot it existed. But
Right.
I feel like the thing that would actually, if I start watching it, would make me want to keep watching it is knowing that they do a recap show with Bob the drag queen and Rob. Anyway, one of the
Oh,
other
Rob.
people,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, who
Possible.
he competed with. Because, like, I've seen Bob do recap shows. Like, he's sometimes the host of or they're sometimes the host of the Pit Stop,
Mm,
the RuPaul's Drag Race recap show. And if Bob the Drag Queen is on a podcast, I'll listen to it because he's just such a good guest
mm.
on everything. It's just fun to listen to talk to. Again, like one of those people that where it's like, oh, you have ADHD. And that's great. Let's go. I want to hear
Right.
everything you have to say.
And the
So,
last
Traders is
thing,
good and fun.
Traders is good. Yeah. And fun. And I do enjoy it.
Nice.
And the last thing I watched was His and Hers because a lot of people at work were saying that I needed to watch it. It's just a short series on
Okay.
Netflix. I think it's like
I've seen the
six
title, but I don't
episodes.
really know anything about it.
So, do you want to know why I watched it?
I do.
Okay. Because the main character is a character from The Walking Dead. And I'm a loyalist. I'm
Uh,
gonna fucking watch anything with
Not
anybody
for
in The
60
Walking
days
Dead.
in, but definitely for The
But
Walking
yeah,
Dead.
for The Walking Dead, I will. So I watched that. And here's the weird thing. I've talked about this before. When I love it when a show gets me. Like I
hmm
have no idea where it's coming from. Like we talked
hmm
about this. I talked about The Sixth Sense and how I did not know that. I did not see that coming at all.
Sorry, I just have to laugh because I think I told you about
Yeah,
my experience with The Sixth Sense.
yes. Yeah, so that sucks for
Yeah.
you. But
Yep.
for something to take me by surprise, I absolutely love it. Like I
Yeah.
applaud people who do that because I hate myself that I'm always trying to figure things out. I can't just relax. I
hmm
have to try to figure it out. So in this one, I wasn't really into it that much. And I actually looked at Deb and I'm like, I think blah 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 is the killer. It was like so like off the cuff type thing.
hmm
Then you get down to the end and then you get down to the end and it's just like
Were you right?
what? Yes, I was right, but it was like how was I even right on that?
My
So
best example of that ever was many years ago when Neil's mom still lived in town. Sometimes we would watch like BBC miniseries together, and we watched the miniseries for Bleak House.
mm.
And I can't remember what the detail was because we're talking like 15 years ago. It's a really long time ago. But I was like, oh, did so and so do such and such? And she just looks at me and said, do you even want to watch the rest of it?
I know.
And I was like, yeah, I want to know how they get there. Let's watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate like so my dad he sees this movie with my sister, the James Bond movie.
Mhm.
And he gets back and we're all sitting around and somebody asked him what he thought of the movie. He's like, I can't believe James Bond's dead.
What?
Yeah, from like 2 years ago.
I
So I'm sorry
haven't seen it, but whatever.
if that's a big spoiler for
I
everybody or
mean,
whatever. Is it
surely
though?
he's
Is
not
he?
actually dead for real. They're not going to kill off the series. They'll just recast him or
Right.
something.
Yeah,
Like it's been going
exactly.
since the 60s.
008.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Next one or six or a
Sure.
nine. Who knows? Yeah, but I mean, there are people who do that who kind of spoil it and don't realize that they're spoiling it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The same thing, like I think I told you when I was in college, Thelma and Louise,
Mm.
the English teacher gave it away, the ending. And we're
Oh.
all just like, what the, why would you give that away?
But you're a baby, so you were in kindergarten at the time, which is a
I
little
was in
odd, frankly,
kindergarten.
for a
Yeah, for
kindergarten
them to
teacher to
talk
talk
about
about.
Thelma and Louise. You're right. I should not, as a 5-year-old, been watching that.
Not appropriate.
No, not at all. All right. So that is enough about what I have been doing and
Mhm.
reading and watching. What about you? What's new with you?
Okay. So RuPaul's Drag Race season 18. Honestly,
Woo! You love
I'm
it.
loving it. It's great. So if anybody's listening, you've been hearing me talk about the show for 5 damn years,
Right.
and you have resisted thus far. Like, I honestly think it's a great season to start with. Like, all the people are really strong. It's interesting because, like, often they'll start with a talent show and they just did it like partway through the season. Instead, like, they're switching some things up. I'm having a really great time with it. I think it's my favorite season in a while. And then I didn't know that this was going to happen, but I had this little text thread going with a few of my coworkers that's it mostly exists to talk about drag races. Like, if it's a drag race that happens in English, so US, UK, Canada, sometimes Australia, although Australia is not great, and then any of the All Stars versions, we talk about what we think about it, like usually weekly. And one of my coworkers was like, "Oh my God, did you all know there's a new UK versus the world?" And I was like, no. So
Oh.
wonderful surprise. I had no idea this was even coming, but there's a new season of UK versus the world, season 3. There's only one Canadian competing, Melinda Verga, who is from Edmonton, Alberta, which is very
Oh.
exciting to me. And for the first episode, it was like a look that represents your country. And so the look that she chose is basically like it's related to the Calgary Stampede. And so I felt a lot of
Oh.
pride
Yeah.
as a Canadian, an Albertan, and a Calgarian that she chose to do that. Unfortunately, she also went home first. So that
Boo.
sucks.
Boo.
But honestly, some of like right now, I'm rooting for the queen from Thailand because she's
Mm.
amazing and hilarious. And it's really good. It's really fun so far. And do you remember, I think it was last year when I talked about this show called The Boyfriend? It's a Japanese gay dating show.
Yes.
It's all
Yes.
boys. It's very sweet. It's back with season
Yay.
2. And honestly, I think I like it even better because so they still have the thing where they're all staying in it's supposed to be like a house, but it's more like a dorm, right? They each have their own room. You don't get to go fuck in each other's rooms. It's nothing
What?
like
Come
that.
on.
But instead of just like pairing them up for dates all the time, they have to work a coffee truck. So like one person will get chosen to be the shift leader. They get to choose who they want to go with out on the coffee truck. And then whenever they're done, they can go for like a meal or a drink or something like that to get to know each
Oh.
other. Last time they had to like use their earnings from the coffee truck to buy their groceries, which was frankly
Hmm.
weird. I don't care about budgeting for your groceries. And it got real weird because they had a guy who's a go-go dancer that was there, and he's like built and he needs to eat a lot of chicken breasts. And the
Right.
controversy around the chicken breasts, and also, frankly, it was disgusting. He was blending it into like chicken
Ah,
shakes.
stop.
He
Oh
cooked the
my
chicken but blended them
God.
into shakes. And I looked at it and I'm like,
Oh.
nope.
Oh.
Oh, right. None of that. None of that. They
No,
can use their money for whatever they want. So, they used it one time to all go on a snowboarding trip, which I thought was adorable.
that is cute.
It's so cute. There's one relationship for sure. I think we might get 2 or 3 total. I
Oh.
love it. I love it. It's so
Oh.
fun. And I would recommend it, except I have something else to recommend. So I recommend it anyway. Watch The Boyfriend on Netflix. And I don't know if you know, but there's a documentary on HBO. It's 2 parts. So it works out to about 3 or 4 hours about the life of Mel Brooks called The 100-Year-Old Man, which is a play on that album he did with Carl Reiner called The 2000-Year-Old Man.
Mm. I love Mel Brooks. Love him.
So Judd Apatow made it. It's his documentary about Mel Brooks. Highly recommend. It made me cry because, of
Oh.
course, in the second part, back to back, they talk about him losing his wife, Anne
And
Bancroft.
yeah. Mhm.
And then they talk about the period after that, like how he and Carl Reiner, they would have dinner together and watch their shows every night.
Mm,
And then Carl Reiner died. And I was like, you fuckers cutting onions in the
I
room while I'm
know.
watching this documentary. How dare you?
Like, how do I say this? So like
Mm,
my family, we're odd.
hmm.
But like one of our favorite movies is History of the World. I could almost recite that
Mm,
movie from start to finish. You
yeah,
know, and of course Blazing Saddles, like that one. And
absolutely.
Young
Young
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Yeah, Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles were my two favorites.
We still to this day randomly quote History of the World.
Hmm.
Like it's just like in everyday life, something will come up and it's just like boom,
Yeah,
drop Mel Brooks. Like it's
yeah. He's a
genius.
genius.
Genius for sure.
Yeah. Well,
I'll
then
have to
you will
look
love
that.
this
Yes, I'll have
documentary.
to look it up for sure. I'm glad
Not
that you
queer at
recommend
all,
it.
but well worth watching.
No.
And I read a book. Uh,
Oh.
so it's the latest, I believe it's the latest from MJ Duncan. It's called This Love is Undeniable. It's a second chance romance
Mm,
with like a super famous pop star, probably kind of sort of like a Taylor Swift kind of person. But the idea is that she had been 5 years prior, she had been in a really serious romantic relationship with an actress
mm,
named Veronica, but she wasn't willing to be out because, like, a pop star of that level, like, it's just not a good idea. It's not safe. It's not whatever.
mm.
And broke it off, basically saying, I can't do, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for your safety. Because they had been chased by paparazzi, got in a car accident. Veronica broke her leg. And she's like, this life isn't safe for you. It's not good for you. You
Wow.
want to be out, and I can't be out. And neither of them ever really got over it. Grace didn't date again. Veronica did, but the relationship didn't last.
Mhm.
Grace has been like, she's going to see about doing some of the songs on the soundtrack for a film. And she
Ah.
gets
Mm.
pulled into reading for the part because one of the other leads, who happens to be a pop star,
Oh, look at that.
right? Like, it was not working out with auditions. They already have Veronica cast as the love interest to the pop star in
Mm.
this film. And so she has to go in, and she kind of is like taken by surprise, but is like, okay, I guess I'll do this. And they're doing the reading of the breakup scene in the film.
Oh,
And so, of course, she fucking nails it because it's not that hard to dig deep for the feeling. So
right.
she has to do it with the love of her life, whose heart she broke and broke her own. And so they end up doing this movie together, and they get back together, I guess. So I've been having a bit of a harder time in the last few months reading published
Oh,
fiction. I'm still doing it, and I'm still reading at least one every couple weeks because I do want to make sure that I'm recommending published fiction as much as possible on the podcast, and I do still enjoy it. But I've been reading a lot of fanfic, and I think it's just, the world is terrible.
yes.
And there's been like, it's been pretty nuts at work. And so, like, what I've had the capacity for is the familiar. And the thing that's nice about fanfic and only reading in two fandoms is that I know these characters, even if the setup changes or whatever, there's a lot of
Right.
familiarity to it. But I was talking about that one day to my friends Bex and Brenna. Bex, friend of the pod.
Hey, Bex.
Hey, Bex.
Hey,
But Brenna said,
Bex.
hey, do you want something like super cozy? And I said, yes. And she said, read this book. And I said, okay, but like, what kind of angst are we talking? Because with second chance romances, I
Yeah.
don't always want to go into them because sometimes it's like, we're going to murder your heart going through why they broke up in the
Right.
first place. Like that one, oh, what's that one book? You recommended it. It's a
Ah.
beautiful book that I had to stop reading.
Ah.
I can picture the author's face. That's not helpful. And do you know the one where they broke up because they lost a daughter to cancer and one of them cheated on the other one?
Are we talking about Life and Death by Ulrich?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Megan.
Yes.
Life and
Right?
Death. One
Right.
of the best books ever.
Absolutely. Not my speed right now. Not
I
my speed. I'm
know.
looking for squishy, comfy, cozy. And so I said, like, okay, but it's a second chance. Is it like, how much angst are we talking? And she texts back 0. And I was like, I'm
Yes.
in. Let's go. There is no angst, and it's almost 500 pages. So if you're looking
Wow.
for like a long, sustained, warm hug of a book,
That's it.
absolutely, that's the one.
That's it.
I really loved these characters. I think the
Hmm.
thing that was like one of my favorite things about it is, so they meet up again at this reading, and then Grace has to decide, does she actually want to do this film? And they meet up to
Mm.
have a conversation about it because they both want to make sure that it's going to be okay. But she's talking to her best friend and realizes, like, I can't believe I let her go. She was the best thing that ever happened to me, and I want her back. And she's like, but just, and her friend's like, you're scared. She's like, yeah. And her friend says, do it fucking terrified if you have to. And so for
Yeah.
me, this whole book, like the subtitle could just be "Do the Hard Thing Scared." You're scared, do it
Nice.
anyway. And so
Do it.
now, unfortunately, I'll never find it on my Kindle again because I think it's called Do the Hard Thing Scared, but it's really not. It's called This Love is Undeniable. There's good friendships in it. I will say, if you want like a really tightly edited romance, this is not the book for you. But if you want a book that's like just taking the fluffiest quilt and wrapping it around yourself and you can just like go hide
And
from the
hot
whole
chocolate.
world,
Yeah.
hmm
Hmm.
it was, I'm going to say this, it was a perfect book to be reading while some pretty heinous shit was dropping in the Epstein files. Because it's
Okay.
not of this world. It is not, it is its own perfect, enclosed,
Perfect.
beautiful world. It's on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have Kindle Unlimited,
Perfect.
you're covered. So yeah, This Love is Undeniable, or do the Hard Thing Scared. You won't find it on Amazon
Subtitled.
though if you look for that name. But that's how I think of it. So, Kris,
Yes.
what's your official recommendation today?
So, so before I got sick, or while I was sick, I can't remember. I had COVID, so I can't remember anything. I watched this movie and I'm like, oh, I really like this movie. I'll have to recommend it. It's queer. I like it. I don't remember the title. I don't remember anybody in it. I don't even remember what it's about.
You just remember the warm, fuzzy feeling.
I know. So I was stressing because I always like, I do notes the day of the podcast or the day before. I just kind of like write down, jot some things down like, oh, yeah, this is what I've been watching, or this is
Yeah.
what I'm recommending. And these are the reasons. And I fucking forgot. I couldn't remember it. I even looked through the history on my television. I looked through my Netflix account. I don't know what I watched, but whatever it was good. And if I can remember or
At some
stumble
point in
upon it,
time when you watch it again.
I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is the, yeah. So anyway, in the meantime, sadly, I did watch, in honor of the great Catherine O'Hara, I watched
Mm-hmm.
Best in Show, and that is my recommendation. I absolutely loved
Mm-hmm.
the movie when it came out in 2000, and watching it again, having a life, 26 years later, watching this movie, it is
Mm-hmm.
still good. It is still hilarious.
Good. I've been meaning to rewatch it because I haven't seen it in a long time. It is
Yes.
probably one of my top 5 comedies ever. And she's spectacular in
She
it.
is Cookie. Like she'll always
Yeah.
be Cookie. And
Yeah.
it's a mockumentary comedy, I guess. It's like a
Yeah.
documentary comedy type thing.
Yeah. One of Christopher Guest's excellent ones.
Right. It's like a behind the scenes look at a highly competitive and cutthroat world of dog shows, but it's through the eyes of a
Uh-huh.
group of like ruthless dog owners. Like this is kind of the scenario. And this movie is just
Yeah.
so funny. Like from start to finish, like the dry humor is just spot on.
Well, and I believe it's all improv, isn't it? Like I think they were given outlines. Like I think they're given outlines of like what it was they're
That makes
supposed to
sense.
do, but I think everything else, if I
It's a
recall
riot.
correctly from 20 years ago.
20 plus years ago.
Hmm.
And it's not really about the dog. I mean, it kind of is about the dog show, but it's really about the kind of people who do these shows.
Hmm.
The way it's filmed is what they do is they like interview a couple or a person and then they show their life with that dog and then they show that dog in the actual competition. So they
Hmm.
do it with all like six main characters or six main couples and their dogs, and it's just like it's perfect. I mean, I absolutely like even watching it again and again. It's
Hmm.
great. The cast is chef's kiss, hands down, best cast of a movie in a very
Yes.
long time. So we have Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy.
Hmm.
They are, what's his name? Jerry and Cookie
Yeah.
Fleck.
Yes.
And they have this
Yes.
little dog, a little terrier named Winky. And they are so involved in their dog, like they have parties and they sing and they create terrier songs.
Hmm.
And so by the end
Hmm.
of the documentary, they're like, oh, yeah, our friends love our song so much that we cut an album. So I have this album of terrier songs. It is
Yeah.
terrible. Parker Posey's in it.
Hmm.
She and her husband take their dog to therapy because their dog saw them having sex and is depressed
Yeah.
now.
Yes. Like total New York
Yeah,
yuppies.
exactly.
Hmm. Yeah.
Jennifer Coolidge is in it, and she's like a trophy wife, and she married this really old rich man. Like, and
She's
she's
like
like,
an Anna Nicole Smith.
yes. And she's like, we can talk about nothing and do that for days. And we're like seriously communicating, and it's the best communication ever.
Like soup.
Right.
Like
Soup. Exactly. Soup. We love soup. We talk about
uh-huh.
soup.
Yeah.
So it's so great. And Jane Lynch is the dog handler for
Oh my
Sherry, who
God.
is Jennifer Coolidge.
Hmm.
She's a dog handler. And at the beginning of the documentary, like they're very professional with each other.
Hmm.
Jane Lynch she's the handler for a standard poodle, a white poodle. And let me
Yeah.
tell you, like every actor who is in this, and they run with the dogs, because you see at
Hmm.
they run around the judges and they do like a quick walk slash slight jog. And
Yeah.
every single actor like nailed it. Like
Yes.
in my mind, they were actually in the show. They were showing off the dogs. I
Hmm.
like it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. Like they say these really nice cutesy things, and then you see their relationship develop a little bit more, and you're like, that's curious.
Uh-huh.
And then you see like later on the camera pans to them because like their dog does something and they're making out in the corner.
Fantastic.
It's just so good. Like there's
Hmm.
so much queerness in this movie. Like there's two couples. Like there's a two men, they have a Shih Tzu, and the one who actually prances the dog is
Hmm.
very very showy like the dog. Like it almost
Hmm.
like he takes the character of the dog on.
Yeah.
And he loves the applause and he prances and he primps and he's just like he is all for it. Like he is all in this. And his husband, is just as happy for him and happy for the dog. And it's just I just love it. I love them as a couple.
Yeah.
They're hilarious. I'm trying to think. So even though it was made 26 years ago and the gays are kind of stereotypical sort of in a way, but also it's a
Hmm.
mockumentary and it was designed to be that way anyway. So I still think it kind of holds up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of stereotypes
Yes.
all around.
Right. We have the trophy wife. We have like you
Hmm.
said, the rich, boring New Yorker who,
Yeah.
has a meltdown because her dog saw her having sex. And
Yeah.
then the husband that
It's
goes
her
with
busy
her to
bee.
therapy. Her busy bee, yeah. And
Yeah.
like loses her mind when the dog's toy disappears.
Yeah.
Like it is perfect. It's like how these people only have their dogs in their life. And
Yes.
the thing I love about Cookie and her relationship is everywhere she goes,
Hmm.
somebody shows up and she's had sex with them.
Yep.
Like in the past, she's dated them or had sex with them or, hey, Cookie, you're looking great. Do you remember when we hooked up in that bathroom down in
Yeah.
Tulsa? And, Eugene's just like, what the hell? And
Yeah.
she's like, oh, honey,
But
but
she
I'm
only
with
has eyes for
you.
him.
Right, exactly. But I'm with you and only you.
Hmm.
Anyway, so I had to watch it. I mean, just because I was going to watch it anyway for Catherine O'Hara. I wanted to
Yeah.
just, because that whole thing. And then
Hmm.
I had forgotten how good of a movie that really was. So that is my recommendation. Best in Show. Still hilarious, still funny. And I think everybody would get a kick out of it. Great cast.
Love it. Love it.
That is mine. What is your official recommendation?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but Lee Winter has a new book out. It's
Yes, Lee
called,
does.
yes, she does. It's called When She Flies. It very recently released. And so one of the leads is Sienna Fisher. She's an artist. She travels the world looking for inspiration. When the book opens, she's in New York City and
Hmm.
she's like kind of walking down the street. She looks in the window of a building and she's like, whoa, what's all that art in there? And she
Hmm.
just decides to just like walk in. And while she's looking at this wall of art, this gay dude, like very obviously, like grabs her hand and is like, what are you doing down here? He thinks she's the new intern and drags her up to the all staff meeting. And she believes in fate. And so she's like, maybe this is just what it is. And she plays along. But when she gets there, the CEO is Jasmine Gamael, who is an art curator from London, because Sienna also
Oh.
grew up in London. And Jasmine like founded and ran the Gallery of Modern and Experimental Art or something like that. And that was a place that Sienna went every weekend as a teenager. And finally, when she was 18, because her dad is kind of a well known landscape artist, and had taught her how to do watercolor landscapes. And so she
Mm.
got up the courage to say, "Hey, can you look at my portfolio?" And
Aw.
Jasmine, all of 20, no, she would have been older than that, maybe early 30s. She's 12 years older. Yeah, so she would have been 30. Looks at her portfolio and says, "You don't know anything about life. You need
Damn.
to go out and experience things and travel." And like it was so hard. And like, of course, she got her heart broken that this person she looked up to
Right.
did this to her. But also, that is what got her on this like traveling around the world and going from country to country. And now she is an artist. She does not under her own name, but like she's quite successful. And Jasmine now is in New York City. She founded, she created this gallery. She was like the it person for the
Mm.
London art scene. But a decade ago, she married this rich architect guy who set her up with a luxury goods company that only sells to like the most wealthy
Oh.
people in the world. And so now, she's not curating art anymore. The only art she sees is what she puts up in various places in the office and in her home. It's also known that she never talks to the interns. That's something that her husband runs because he wants basically to just hire his rich friend's kids to come in. But she notices that Sienna is different. First of all, she's 34. So she's not like some 19-year-old who doesn't know how to do anything.
Right.
She's much more grounded. She can talk passionately about art. Jasmine doesn't know who Sienna is. She doesn't recognize her.
Mm.
And so Sienna has a chance to get to know her. And it's a shame she's so attractive when she's married and straight. But is she
Oh.
straight? No, she's not, because
Oh.
it's a sapphic romance novel.
Right. Ah.
There's a lot of really interesting stuff happening in this book. I appreciated the character arcs for it a lot. So with Sienna, kind of her growth is around like, can she actually put roots down somewhere?
Mm.
Because she hasn't. Like she's been going from country to country. She's usually living off of her art, but sometimes she'll waitress or whatever she needs to get by, but she doesn't stay anywhere for longer than 6 months. She doesn't do long-term relationships or anything like that. And Jasmine is not happy. Like
Mm.
she's not, I don't feel like she's depressed or anything like that, but like she's clearly not, I don't know, those people that like they're existing, but they're not really doing what they want to be doing. They're not living the kind of life that they want to be living. And she's quite like that. And there's a couple of things related to that. One of them is she really tries to fight. She perceives herself as English, but the world doesn't perceive her as English because her parents are actually from Iran
Mm.
and they left in 1979. They immigrated to the UK. So she feels like, well, I was born and raised in the UK. I'm English, and everybody sees like, oh, look at this exotic, interesting lady. And so there's like identity stuff happening there. She has a
Mm.
really strained relationship with her mother, who has these expectations, as mothers often do. But also in moving from the UK to the US, she stopped being involved in the world of art. And she's working with this incredibly talented team of people, but like to create exclusive luxuries for bored rich assholes that they just have all this money. What are they going to do with it? Which, kind of as an aside, I don't know when this was written, probably last year. I don't know enough about like Ilva's specific publishing
Yeah.
timelines or anything like that, but it was wild to be reading this as people have been going through and like more and more is coming out of the Epstein files.
Mm-hmm.
I know I mentioned that when I read the other book. Like it's taking a while for people to go through all of what's there, but
Millions.
like knowing that Jasmine was running a seat like running a company for people who were probably in the files,
Makes sense.
right? And even like her husband is a bastard.
Mm.
Like I don't like maybe that's a little bit of a spoiler. I don't really mind. I think it's kind of telling that, he is the kind of guy that would set up a company like that to keep his wife busy. Her husband was probably friends with Jeffrey Epstein. I've just
Probably.
decided that's
All
kind of
right. That makes sense.
right. He's charismatic, he's manipulative that in a way that like it really kind of the more you learn, it's like, oh fuck this guy. I hope he goes to prison and that would be nice for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for me, like it was interesting reading it because this beautiful romance is happening. And these very interesting character studies are happening. And there's all these like great side characters in the book as well. Like a lot of the people that work in Jasmine's company are genuinely wonderful. And this is also happening kind of in the world. And again, like I'm sure this was written kind of before, like we all knew that Epstein existed and we knew that he was well connected, but like it feels like it's only now that most people are getting a real awareness of how deep the ties went, and that we're seeing, it's like it's
royalty,
right? Royalty, tech billionaires, academics.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like wherever he could have influence everywhere. And so I couldn't read it without thinking about it, but also I liked that it made me think about it. And I like where Jasmine is at the end of the book. I think where they both end up at the end of the story is so correct for both of them. And I really, really appreciate it. The other thing is, so I've never been to New York City, so I don't have a strong concept of it other than, all the films where it's like the big backdrop and Sex and the City and like, a lot of films and TV shows.
Right.
But I really enjoyed the New York of this book, and that we really get to see it through Sienna's eyes, because she has this like beautiful sense of wonder. And so she doesn't care about like what are the big glamorous things, but like where are the little pops of magic in a city? What are those like, what's that tea shop you can go into and have a magical experience that you wouldn't have otherwise? And it just brought this real whimsy to it that I really loved. I read this in a day and a half, and I read a third of it twice. So this is how much I love this book. I started reading it on Saturday. We're recording this on a Tuesday. I started reading it on Saturday, and I couldn't put it down. And speaking of weed drinks, I had a weed drink. Usually, I don't read published fiction then because I'm not going to retain it, but I couldn't put it down. And I was still following it. And then the next morning I woke up and I was like, well, let's go back to where I was when I first started. So I read that part twice, and I really enjoyed it at both times. Nice. I'm just going to say this because I want to put it in the universe and hope that it happens. I don't know if it'll happen, but I would like it to happen. This book would make an amazing miniseries. I hope somebody picks it up and does it. I don't think a film is enough. I think we need more time to do the story justice. But I think this could be an incredible 6-part miniseries. Nice. Somebody make it happen, please. And
Netflix, let's go.
Netflix, do it.
Let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, it's called When She Flies by Lee Winter. I very much enjoyed it, and I think other people should enjoy it too. And if you read it and you want to talk about it, come find me because I want to talk about it to somebody. That is all for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you've enjoyed it, tell a friend, especially if you think they would be interested in anything that we talked about. And if you want to support us, we have links in our show notes to our coffee.
Or if you want to connect with us on your favorite social media sites, we have the links in the show notes for that too. Or you can just email us at podcast@queerlyrecommended.com. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.